Hey guys, welcome back to the Rob Pop YouTube channel, your number one pit stop for all things Eurovision this year. And we are moving on today to one of the big five. This is Germany's entry for Eurovision 2024. That's right, I'm still very much on the catch up of this weekend's entries. There are so many that were revealed and I was busy and very ill, which is why I've got this cup of tea at the ready for me to react to so many songs today. But today is the turn of Germany, and they have gone for Isaak with the song Always on the Run. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Germany have not had the best luck at Eurovision in the last few years. They struggle to get out of that bottom five zone. In fact, the last 2 years they have finished last. I think last year they can feel very hard done by to have been finished last with Blood and Glitter, because that song was actually not middle of the road. It just seemed to fall in a year of so many strong entries. So very unfortunate, but nonetheless, I think we're all rooting for Germany to turn their fortunes around. So this is a song that was selected by both the televote and the jury, came first with both. So I'm about to see whether Isaac's Always on the Run can run them a little bit higher up that scoreboard this year. But before we begin, I'd love if you could subscribe to this channel. I'm aiming for 500 subscribers in the next few weeks, which to some would be so little, but to me would feel like a big achievement. That would mean a lot to me. But I won't waste any more of your time. You want to know how I'm going to react to this song, and so do I. So this is Isaak, this is Always on the Run, this is Germany's entry for Eurovision 2024. Got a cup of tea, let's go. This outfit is immediately very pedestrian, so we're going to take him out of this by Eurovision, aren't we, Germany? Yes, we are. I'm liking the tempo of this though so far. It's giving me kind of like a Rag and Bone Man kind of feel. Oh, okay. I mean, plenty will say it's generic, and it is, but it's certainly the sort of thing you would be interested about on the radio. It's got an immediate punch. I don't know if this is hugely my thing, but I think it sounds very current, very mainstream. If this came on the radio by, like I say, Rag and Bone Man, Tom Walker, James Arthur, I wouldn't bat an eyelid. His vocal is pretty flawless as well. I mean, even if the juries were the only ones to take hold of this, that would be something for Germany. My problem is worrying who's going to have this as their favourite. I do like how professional this feels. The production's really good and the vocals are good. I wish they dressed him differently. That's like my main take. And why did they just put him in his coat? It looks like he's going out to the shops. I do think this has a potential to blend in and not stand out depending on where it performs in the final, but there's no doubt he's putting everything into this to avoid it doing so. My worry is sometimes that something just being so clean and professional can sometimes be boring. This does avoid that a bit for me. I did like that. I won't say that it's going to go into like the tops of my year so far. I imagine when all 37 entries are out, I could imagine this placing just about bang in the middle. This would be like a 21st, 22nd kind of positioning. There's nothing immediately exciting about it, but was nothing that gave me the oohs and the ahs. Like, I wasn't gagged, I wasn't shocked by anything that happened. But in terms of sending a very professional, very contemporary, modern entry that I can imagine hearing on the radio this year, I think thumbs up, solid, that's great. I think sometimes in Eurovision that can be an issue though. A song just being competent and professional and mainstream feeling is the sort of thing that creates an entry that becomes everyone's, oh, I like this, but doesn't command you to vote it, if that makes any sense. So Eurovision is a different playing field, and I think it's a problem that Germany do run into quite a bit. And the UK, it's a problem that the UK have run into quite a bit, is sending these males who are great vocalists, but the songs are almost professional to a fault, so that they just lack excitement a bit. I do have that with this to an extent, but I do think it does it a lot better than some of the songs we've heard in the past. I think Rock Stars, for example, that they sent in 2022, was a lot more dull and forgettable than this. I think when this chorus hits in with that dum dum day, it's got a crowd-pleasing feel to it, but I can definitely get why Germany went for this. And I could see this catching on. I don't think it's a left-hand side of the board entry, but my immediate thought on hearing it is not, oh god, this is going to come last again. So I think it could pick up points. I just don't see it picking up like 12s, 10s and 8s. I think it will it will be playing for some of them smaller points. If Sweden sent this, like if Jon Lundvik sent this, it would probably do quite well. Actually, that's a good point. Maybe this will do better than I thought. This isn't like a million miles away from Too Late for Love, is it really? I just think, yeah, oh my god, I do need to talk about what this styled him in. Please do not put him in this at Eurovision. For any of the German delegation, if you happen to be watching this, which you won't, that's fine, you won't, but if you were, please watch James Newman's Ember's performance from 2022, look at the way they styled him and go, let's not do that.
A nightmare. Literally a nightmare.
Please don't just put this man in a dumpy coat that makes him look like he's going to do the groceries, because it will do this no favours. It does make the song feel more pedestrian. Please style this guy in a way that allows this song to not feel boring, because the minute I looked at him in that navy trench coat, I was like, oh, that was not a good choice.
Please stop immediately.
You don't want to feel like your artist is just thrown on their everyday wear just to go on stage. So please do something with the styling that isn't this, because if they do, it will fall in the middle of the pack. But if they create something around this which feels exciting and powerful, which the song does have power behind it, they could bring this to life. But this staging is definitely not it. Let's just make that very, very clear. I don't have the urge to leave this, turn off the camera and put this on. I won't pretend otherwise. It does fall at like a 6.5 for me. So I can't say I'm excited about it, but I do feel more positives than I do negatives. But yeah, that's what I think. What do you think of this song? Are you thinking it's an improvement for Germany? Is it a return to their old ways? I want to know all of your opinions down below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed what you saw, and hit that bell if you want notifications every time I upload a new video. But for now, another one of our big five down. Germany, you're back in the race. You're always on the run, running straight into the middle of my rankings so far. But yes, all the love to Germany, and wishing you well in this year's Eurovision. No more last places, please. But for now, good night.